Ladies hate tech. Watch me find 5 tiny website fixes that could save a therapist, coach, or service provider 10 plus hours every week and turn more visitors into booked clients. And I want to be clear about something. I'm using this website because this woman is already doing so much right. Her website is warm, her work is clear, and you can immediately see that she cares deeply about her clients. But this is exactly why this is such a good example, because even strong websites can easily quietly leak leads, time, and money. This is what I call the 2080 business backend problem. The website looks good and the work is powerful, but the client journey still asks the visitors to do too much. Before I show you the 5 fixes, comment website if you want me to do more of these website breakdowns for coaches, therapists, and wellness professionals. If you want your website to be featured, let me know about that as well. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to show you 5 tiny changes that can be done. You don't need to be a tech expert to make these happen, and they will make such a big difference because these are the hidden client flow leaks that lose everyone clients. So the first one is that there is no instant follow-up to the newsletter sign up. Further down the page, there's actually a sign up here. Fantastic. It stands out. You can see that it's a sign up. You can sign up to know more about workshops, events. We can get into what it should say there. It could be something different. We could test different things. But the problem that I'm seeing here is that there's no instant follow-up. I, before doing this video, had a look through the website and signed up, and that was approximately 20 minutes ago, and I still have not received an email with any follow-up. So you might be asking, why does this even matter? Or like some people say to me, oh, I hate all that automated stuff. However, this is the moment of highest interest. This is the moment that people say, hey, yeah, I do want to know more. And this is the best chance to get them to know more about you instantly. If they hear nothing, the energy drops. So the fix is create an instant welcome email and a short authority building sequence. That is the important part about doing this step correctly. A lot of people just send out one newsletter, or they keep it vague, or they put people into the general welcome sequence that is a weekly email. I would not be doing that. What I would do is create an authority building sequence. It's very simple. In the Power Zone, we actually have the template built out for people. And there's 5 emails in there, and then you just fill in the blanks for each of those. It's very simple. What you want to do is build authority with the person that has signed up. After that, then you can send them into your general weekly newsletter, monthly newsletter. Okay, the next thing that I noticed, the second leak that I see this happen a lot, is that people have too many steps for the visitor to get the result that they're looking for. So if someone comes to the website, we have to remember there is a 3-second rule. If you cannot get that person interested in 3 seconds, they're going to leave. It's probably even shorter than that now. We're probably talking 1 second, 2 seconds. So you want people to be able to get what they need very, very quickly. So if you have too many steps for people to get the information, they're more likely to fall off. Every extra click loses people along the way. So the 2080 fix is reduce the steps. 1 page, 1 purpose, 1 next action. And I'm going to show it to you here. So if I click here on explore group programs, retreats, and one-on-one private offerings, and I click here, you send people to a page which instantly has some more things to click on that they can go through to, and that's not also a great way to do it. But then when you scroll down the page, then you come down here and you're asking people to send you an email. People don't know what to send in that email. Then there's a click here for more, but it's hidden away and it's not the first thing. This makes it very confusing for people when they're trying to get that one bit of information. And in the case of what I clicked on, they wanted to know about retreats and one-on-one. However, we've landed on single sessions. So it's very important that we keep things congruent with what they are clicking on. Staying on this page, another issue that a lot of people do, this is sort of one of those double-edged swords. There's a really good side to what I'm about to tell you, and I'm really proud of this particular person for the fact that when I click on it, the results of what I find is so fantastic, but there's a bad side to it. So let's explain it. When you see here, it says access your free videos here. When you click there, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to publicly announce who this website is. But when you click there, you go through to this particular person's YouTube channel. Now, her YouTube channel is great. She's at almost 100 subscribers. That first 100 is the hardest. And she also has a lot of videos. So that's great. Except the problem is that YouTube's only goal, they only have one goal. Their goal is to keep people on YouTube. That's what they want to do. So by showing you videos on YouTube, they want you to stay on YouTube to watch more videos. And then you go down a rabbit hole. We all talk about, oh, we ended up in this rabbit hole on YouTube. Yes, that really happens. So sending people to YouTube is not a great idea. It's another reason why, and I'll jump to that, I don't like having social media buttons at the top of a website because I feel like that sends people away. I like having them in the bottom to build authority that people can go through and look at your social media, but I like to keep it away from the top of your landing pages. Same with YouTube. You do not want people to go to your YouTube too quickly. The better way to do this is to actually embed the videos on your own page. In our Power Zone, we actually have the most incredible system where you can embed the videos into your own page, and you can actually, after X amount of time, it can be 5 seconds, it could be 2 minutes, you can ask people for their email address as well. So it's another way to collect email addresses. They start watching a video and then a little pop-up says, hey, if you want to continue watching, give us your email address. That's a really great way to get email addresses as well. But don't send people off to YouTube unless you're ready to let them leave your website. So that's a very big point that I always make crystal clear. Don't let people leave your website until they've actually done what you wanted them to do. And in the case of this website, you want them to book something with you first. I mentioned it earlier, and I'll just say it again at this point. On each of these points, it says email me to set it up. It says down here, email me for a free consultation. And it says email me for more information. So every single point here, whether you're looking at the programs or the one-off events or whether you're looking at a retreat, it's always asking you to email. Now, the problem with that is that it creates a lot of friction for people. Now that person has to think, write, explain, wait, and possibly lose confidence. And in the meantime, maybe go somewhere else and see someone else's website. So this is something you don't want to do. The easiest way to deal with this, which actually will save you so much time and so much effort, would be and get you more clients in the process because people are willing to book straight away, is to have an automated calendar with an intake questionnaire, reminders, and follow-up emails. And what you can do is you link that to your own calendar. I love this because I have my set days per week in my calendar. It might be a Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And then if I'm picking up my daughter and it's going to be a different schedule, I'll just pop that straight into my calendar on my phone, and it instantly links up with the main calendar and says, hey, no one can book at this time if you normally had that time available for appointments. So your calendar is completely linked with your daily schedule, and it keeps you very, very well organized. You're not having to go back and forth. I always get really frustrated when people say, send me an email and I'll give you some times. And then they give me 3 times and I have to say to them, sorry, none of those times work. And then we go back and there's 6 emails back and forth before we actually come up with an actual schedule. You want to take that pain point away from people. So that is a really good way to do that is by having an automated calendar. So each of these sessions, the single session, the group session, the monthly program, whether it's giving a free consultation, whether it's the first initial call, whatever that might be, it can be on an automated calendar. And of course, you can have a chat widget as well, that if it's just to ask a question. And of course, you can have your email address there if they want to ask questions. That's no problems. But the amount of time you will save if someone's saying, you know what, I can just book my free consultation directly here, choose a time that suits me, and get people booked as quickly as possible. It takes so much friction out of everything. Now, I'm going to give you one more bonus because I came across this website and I wanted to give you 5 tips, but this one I think is a really good one. So when I land on this page, I said it at the beginning and I want to say it again. This person is doing an amazing job. She's definitely in her genius zone. She definitely understands what she does. She definitely understands who her audience is. She definitely understands what the actual goals are and what she can deliver to people. That is fantastic. There's a lot of people that aren't even at that spot yet, but she's definitely at this spot where she understands all of that. That's fantastic. But one thing I noticed was when you come down here, there are all these amazing pictures that straight away to me, there's a beautiful photo of people hugging here. These are retreat photos, I understand that. But these photos are hidden all the way down the bottom of the page. And there's a beautiful photo here of a lady with a massive, massive smile and a group of women all smiling, all happy in a beautiful location. They look so, so happy. And even if I'm not there for a retreat, that is such a welcoming photo, and all the other photos as well. But that one particularly just really stands out. Having those at the top of the page would be really helpful. There is a very well known, I've been doing marketing for over 20 years. And one thing I got taught 20 years ago, I was doing marketing when I was just at the start of SEO and Google Ads. Back then, I started in actual magazine and newspaper advertising. And back then, it was always known that journalists were taught the only point of your headline is to get people to read the second line. And the only point of the second line is to get people to read the third line. So once you understand that, when it comes to your website, when it comes to your social media, when it comes to your emails, if you understand that the first thing people catch their eye on, the headline or the picture, the only goal of that is to get people to get to the next part, it makes you understand that putting these pictures at the very top of the page instantly builds a different feeling than just having a page that's quite plain like this and just single sessions. While that's a nice picture in the background, it doesn't do nearly as much as the other pictures that I saw as well. The whole goal, especially when you are helping other people, when the point of your website is to get people to understand that you can help with transformations, that you're there to help people change their lives, or you're there to make someone feel better or fix something that's wrong, whatever that is that you are selling, by having really good visuals at the top of the page where people land helps people decide quickly whether they feel safe with you, interested, and curious. So it is so important to put emotional proof closer to the top. That includes testimonials as well. So I'd be putting some testimonials right at the top of the page as well. Okay, so which of these 5 leaks do you think is costing you the most right now? Is it email follow-up? Is it too many clicks? Is it no lead capture? Is it no booking link? Or is it buried proof? I'm holding a free monthly challenge where in 30 days, you can transform your website and your admin. You can get the link in the description and join the circle for women wanting more clients with less tech chaos. This is why I say your business does not always need more marketing. Sometimes it needs a cleaner path. When the path is clear, more of the right people actually become clients. If you want me to feature you in a walkthrough, join the circle and reach out. Leave a comment below, like this video if you'd like me to create more videos like this, and I'd love to see you inside the circle. It's completely free, and I can help you transform your website and your admin to save you 10+ hours every week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this.